Welcome. NOAA has just released its March of 2023 Global Climate Report, and this video is a brief summary of that report. Let's take a look around the globe and see what's going on. Overall, March was the second warmest March on record, and let's go by continent around the world. North America was above average just. South America was the fourth warmest March on record. Europe the 10th warmest March on record. Asia the second. Africa the fourth, and Australasia and Oceania the 17th. This is a percentiles map of the globe showing where temperatures are changing. The deep red is record highs, the deep blue, which there is none, are record lows. We have a smattering of record highs around the globe. Generally there's much more red on this plot than there is blue, which shows that the globe is warming. The major difference here is in the eastern Pacific, just off the coast of South America. You can see there's this long finger of red stretching westwards across the Pacific. If you compare that with last year, you will see that there was actually cold water in that area. That was La Nina. At the moment, we're heading towards an El Nino. We're not there yet, so this is what's called ENSO neutral conditions. More on that later. Here is a table showing general temperatures on various timescales, daily records, monthly records, and all-time records. I'll let you pause the video if you want to look at them in detail, but generally the picture is that we're favoring higher temperatures than lower temperatures overall, as the maps would infer. Let's take a look at a simple graph of the temperatures over the last few years. And you can see the recent temperatures are generally much higher than the older ones. This is the general trend of global warming. Overall, for last month, global temperatures were 1.2 degrees centigrade higher than the average. Land was 2.3 degrees centigrade, and then we have ocean at 0.8 degrees centigrade. We can take a look at the upper atmosphere. This is the satellite data as published by UAH. You can see it's risen yet again this month. The overall trend in this data, although people like to claim it's flat, is distinctly upwards. The trend, if you fit a straight line to this, is 0.16 degrees centigrade per decade. I said earlier that we'd take a look at the El Nino, La Nina situation, and this is a projection of what is to come over the coming months. Red indicates an El Nino, blue indicates a La Nina, and gray indicates neutral conditions. And you can see at the moment we're in gray, so we have ENSO neutral conditions as so called, but the chances over the coming year are that we're going to be shifting into an El Nino. One of the problems with looking at temperature trends over periods of time is that there are other factors that can mess the temperature trend up. And one of the biggest factors is El Nino and La Nina. So what I've done here is I've taken the Southern Oscillation Index, SOI, for this current month and gone back over the last 50 years or so and found all months with a similar SOI index and plotted just those temperatures against time. And you can see the trend is very marked and less noisy than the data you see when you just plot the simple temperatures. So this is effectively taking the effect of El Nino and La Nina out. And when you do that, you get a trend of 0.19 degrees centigrade per decade. One of people's favorite topic is to discuss sea ice. And here we have the three plots that are relevant. Northern Hemisphere sea ice, that's basically Arctic sea ice, and that has been a strong downward trend over the last few years, and that trend seems to be continuing. Southern sea ice, Antarctic sea ice, is very much more variable for various reasons, and you can see that the recent areas are well below normal for March. And then if you put the two plots together, you get the middle one, the global sea ice, and that gives you the second lowest global sea ice on record for March. So what can we conclude from all of this? That the Earth is continuing to warm. Sea ice is losing area at a rate of about 500,000 square kilometers per decade. We have ENSO neutral conditions that will prevail for the next few months, but then an El Nino is likely to form this autumn, and that should bring much higher temperatures. Thank you for watching. And until next time, stay safe and goodbye.